GARBA SHEHU tackles LAI MUHAMMED, says bandits are terrorists. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning to listen. Bandits who have the resources and technology to shoot down a military fighter jet are not bandits at all. They are essentially no different to Boko Haram. Now the news in detail. President Muhammad Buhari's media aide GARBA SHEHU has denounced the claim of Information Minister LAI MUHAMMED that bandits terrorizing the country, especially the Northwest, are common criminals. According to Mr. SHEHU, the murderous bandits are terrorists, just like Boko Haram insurgents. But these two, the economists inaccurately prescribed bandits who have the resources and technology to shoot down a military fighter jet, are not bandits at all, but rather highly organized crime syndicates with huge resources and weaponry. Yet, they are essentially no different to Boko Haram in this regard, who are now cornered, argued the presidential spokesman in response to a UK-based paper. The Economist, which reported on the worsening insecurity under Mr. Buhari's regime. A few days ago, Information Minister LAI MUHAMMED described the bandits ravaging the north as ordinary criminals, as pressure mounts for Mr. Buhari to activate measures to treat them as a terrorist group. The Economics noted that terrorists and armed bandits are increasing their activities due to corruption and laziness from Mr. Buhari and his administration, adding that Nigeria's insecurity could be curbed if the president would focus on Nigeria's unemployment crisis by cutting government wastes. Mr. SHEHU's comments come amidst the Buhari-led regime reluctance to declare the extremist groups as such publicly. Government officials and other prominent individuals have heard opposing views regarding designating the bandits as terrorists. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi also warned against Mr. Buhari declaring bandits as terrorists, saying it will mark the end of Nigeria as a sovereign and united entity. Governor Nasser El-Rufai of Kaduna had also expressed his displeasure at the reluctance of Mr. Buhari's regime to declare the bandits as terrorists. Mr. El-Rufai noted that 2 years ago. Okay, we have heard it all. For those that are still living in denial that this particular group of people are mere criminals, but it baffles me and it shakes me to my bone marrow that a group of people who maim, who kidnap, who rape our children, rape our daughters, rape our women, kill innocent mothers, kill many people, slaughter people like animals, send people to IDP centers and leave them with trauma for the rest of their lives, will be referred to as criminals. And then those who are freedom fighters, who are demanding nothing but justice, fairness, and equity from the government, are referred to as terrorists. It is very, very shocking and alarming. It is disheartening. It is very, very disheartening. Now, naming them or calling them terrorists and as referring to them as terrorists, it does nothing but, I think, because these particular people have not been declared, then that means that the governments have not set up, have not made the decision to really treat this issue with hard fist. So at the end of the day, both the government and its citizens can rest and can heave a sigh of relief. It is seeming so because these particular people now, they are being treated like, how am I going to put it now? As people, as children who want candy, anything they want, the government gives it to them. Liken it to the situation where this bandit carry out a kidnap some people, and they demand for ransom. And what does the government do? The government negotiates with these people, dialogue with them, reach a conclusion, and gives them the money. And you say to me that people who are agitating for their freedom, who are agitating for nothing but for injustice should be brought to book, for justice to shine its light on each of the regions in Nigeria, for there to be equity in allocation of funds and resources, for there to be equity in every region, for there to be fairness in all. Let any region do not be a master over another one. These people are referred to as terrorists just because they have a color and a symbol. Very laughable. Very, very laughable. It is not supposed to be so. And yet we claim that we operate a democratic system of government, when in all reality, it is seeming like we operate a dictatorship kind of government. It is seeming so. It is clear. It is glaring. Because people come out and express themselves and they become the enemies of the state. Reason, because they come out and say things as they are. You cannot beat a child, or you whip a child and expect the child not to cry. The child has to express his or her pain in a way. And crying is a way of expressing the pain of which he or she is feeling. But what happened? Several people, several men, women, those who are just mere citizens of Nigeria, the ordinary man in Nigeria, and those in power and public figures have come out and have said it not once, not twice, for the uptenth time, that a government should employ the use of dialogue in dealing with these self-freedom fighters. Since the same dialogue is employed when you're dealing with bandits, there's a negotiation that goes on. There's a dialogue. We'll pay, you pay this amount. No, you do not have this amount, you pay. Okay, please now, take this one. Then these people are people's, there is a dialogue that goes on. And yet, you do not want to employ this use of dialogue in talking to the people who you have sworn to protect. The people who you have sworn to protect. Instead, you bring the troops from all over the world and send them to this particular region just because they're demanding for justice, equity, and fairness. They're telling you, look at our grievances. Why not employ the use of dialogue in dealing with these people?